Welcome to my first ever episode of Band Stories. Today's video I'll tell you about something terrible is going on. So, a con man who just conned boy bands into millions of dollars. This is the story of Lou Pearlman. Here's his mugshot. Subscribe to my channel to see more videos, and by the way, this is the first day of this series. They weren't actually broke. They were making Lou Pearlman rich while getting paid almost nothing. How the Backstreet Boys got screwed by Lou Pearlman. The New Kids on the Block connection. How Lou got the idea. Pearlman saw New Kids on the Block making millions in the early 90s and decided to copy the formula. In 1991, after New Kids on the Block's success, he put up a $3 million ad in the Orlando Sentinel looking for young male singers. He literally told people, "I saw New Kids on the Block and thought I can do that." The ad is how Backstreet Boys formed in 1993 to this day. The contract, Lou was the sixth Backstreet Boy member. In the early 90s, Lou Pearlman funded and created the Backstreet Boys, but he didn't just act as manager/producer. He signed them to his company, Transcontinental, and took payment as a sixth member of the group. That meant he collected 1/6 of the band's own income, plus his management and producer cuts. A.J. McLean later said Lou positioned himself as a 1/6 member of the band and claimed a 25% commission. The pay $300K for millions in work. By 1997 and 1998, Backstreet Boys had sold 130 million records worldwide. When Brian Littrell hired a lawyer to check the books, the group discovered they had received only $300,000 total between 1993 and 1998, while Pearlman and his label had made $10 million. NSYNC had it worse. The members got $35 a day, or maybe slash day, or $10,000 a year, while Pearlman pulled in millions. The broke moment. Lance Bass from NSYNC described the moment both bands realized it after a charity basketball game. The groups went to McDonald's and compared checks. Backstreet Boys were expecting seven-figure payouts, but got $10,000 each. JC Chasez said NSYNC members were rubbing nickels together to pay a phone bill while other artists brought cars. The lawsuits. Backstreet Boys were the first to sue Pearlman in federal court for misrepresentation and fraud. The core issue, conflict of interest. They were signed to Pearlman's production company, not directly to a major label, so he controlled everything and paid himself multiple times. They eventually settled and left his management, but had to pay him $64 million to cut ties. Before boy bands, blimps and scams. Pearlman started with Airship Enterprises in the 80s, leashing blimps after a blimp crashed. He won a $2.5 million insurance settlement that funded his move into entertainment. The boy band empire, 1993 to 2001. In 1993, creates Backstreet Boys after a $3 million talent search. In 1995, creates NSYNC using the same formula, songwriters and choreographers to compete with BSB. Also signed O-Town, LFO, Take 5, Aaron Carter, Innocent C Not Natural. Combined BSB plus NSYNC did $200 million in record sales and $800 million in touring plus merch. The Ponzi scheme running parallel. While managing bands, Pearlman ran one of the longest Ponzi schemes in U.S. history for 20-plus years. He created fake companies like Transcontinental Airlines and sold investments to 2,000 people, mostly seniors in Florida. Total fraud is $300 million and $500 million stolen. Some sources say up to $1 billion. The collapse. In 2002, Aaron Carter, age 14, sued Pearlman for racketeering. By 2006, investors realized his Transcontinental Airlines was fake, and he was running a $300 million plus Ponzi scheme. Pearlman fled the U.S. and went into hiding. In February 2007, the FBI tracked him to a tourist resort in Bali, Indonesia, and arrested him. Here's his mugshot one more time. In 2008, he pled guilty to conspiracy, money laundering, and bankruptcy fraud. He's sentenced to 25 years in prison. In 2016, he died in federal prison, still owing $400 million plus to victims.